And you're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. Oh, twin. The call number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434. And you're listening to Two B's in a Pod cast for one of the last times.
Yeah. Hey guys, and welcome to our very last guest episode of Two B's in a Podcast, and in general, our second to last episode of Two B's in a Podcast. Just to say a few things. Well, first of all, it's a great day outside, and it's been a great day for seniors as our last day in class was today.
In freaking deed, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Some tears were shed. Some tears were shed. People were sad. People were bittersweet.
Faces were red.
Yeah, and it's sad to see people go. But it's been a great journey, man. First, I want to give a very big shout out to all my teachers, especially Mr. Brown, Mrs. Kucharski, who else? Dude, Mrs. Youssef, Mrs. Baumstein, Mrs. Lusinski, Mrs. Olmstad, just Mr. Laba, everybody, man.
Aw.
It's been a great ride, and man, Homewood Flossmoor has given me so much. I remember coming here, obviously, as I say a lot, my sophomore year, I was a transfer, and I did not know what my first, I guess, glimpse of HF was going to be. I thought I was going to kind of not really be in the crowd, not really be super active, but gradually over time, I have been gifted with so much community, so many opportunities, and so many people to call my friends and the people that I love. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to Homewood Flossmoor. In terms of Two B's in the Podcast,
Hey, now.
we have been on a crazy journey too. Twit is doing the speed agreeing gift, bro. Literally, I have a picture, me sitting in the middle table or the middle
I saw
chair,
that today.
and it was kind of like a diagonal angle. It's me smiling with my headphones on, and it was our very first episode of Two B's in a Podcast. And I remember just kind of looking at Christian like,
I'm nervous, bro.
I'm really, really scared, and I'm kind of nervous on what to do. And now we're here, our second to last episode, to where not only are we known, and this is funny, not only are we known on a statewide level.
Hey, now. Oh, this is the time we announce it?
But we're nationally acclaimed.
Literally.
We obviously posted that we competed in the National Federation's Press Women's Communications
let me
Contest.
Let me get it ready.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be behind the soundboard today. Hold on.
Yeah. Get the drum roll ready.
Wait. I lost it.
Okay. For our final results, we got second place in nationals, dude.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Like,
it's pretty wild.
dude, out of
like hundreds.
out of hundreds of entries,
if not more.
so many states. It's a great moment for us, and it still kind of feels surreal. I remember we were just in a Zoom meeting, listening to the instructor or the host read off our results, and we're like, "Whoa!" Like we placed. Like that was my mindset. Like we literally placed. We got.
I'm still mad we ain't get first, bro. You know how I am. You know how I am. You know how I am. How was I last year? After the banquet, you know how I am.
You're competitive like Evan Bradford.
I'm a little too competitive at times.
You're competitive, man.
I just need to be happy with second, but it's hard for me to do that. But I am very that's still wild.
That's still like crazy, man. That's a achievement that I will never forget, and that's an achievement that I will forever cherish. What else? Yeah, really. Starting really from voice to excellence all the way through our Viking television appearances, all the way through state, all the way through the superintendent special, through the Shatter the Silence mental health fair, Even just slowly building our recognition and slowly building our popularity as a show. Whenever people see us in the same room, it's like,
oh, 2Bs.
Yeah, 2Bs. We have flyers still hung up around the school.
They're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's flyers still hung up around the school from when we first,
hung them up.
Yeah, bro.
This year.
The Change the Game flyers. And I look back at those flyers and I'm like, we made good on our promise.
That was one of the posts too.
Yeah, we made good on our promise, man. So I am so happy to see the next generation of radio show hosts, the next generation of podcasters come in and really just set another standard and set the bar even higher.
That was my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get your soliloquy.
I'm going to make it quick. Yeah, big shout out to all my teachers. I'm not going to name them. I'll probably end up naming them next episode. But
yeah, I'm going to name my ultimate favorite teacher.
But yeah, shout out to all my teachers. Shout out to Barnett, of course. Shout out to the Voyager, VTV, yes. VBC, yep. WHFH. All these abbreviations, my goodness. All my friends, my fam, my friends who are my fam. Shout out to the support system. And yeah, we're not done yet, though. That's all I'll say. Anywho.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
Well, we have one more episode, and then, then we got the awards. And then we got other stuff, cooking. But anywho.
What that mean?
So.
Come talk to me after the show.
I guess it's time to introduce our guest.
Yes.
As we are running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
For various reasons, but,
it's fine.
Yeah, we're going to run a quick promo and come back in one moment. And we're back. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The call-in number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434. And you're listening to 2Bs in a Pod. Cast. All right, now it's time for me to introduce our guest.
Yep. As
many call him my low bro. Former class president.
Yep.
NHS executive board member. Student government member, DECA board member. I mean, I could keep going. Robotics club member. I mean, man, it never ends. Future NASA astronaut or engineer of, I don't even know. He's amazing. Eythan Poku. Welcome to the show. I mean, when we talk about next generation, I feel like there are not many people who we could pick better than Eythan. So let's give a hand to Eythan.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you.
And yeah, how are you feeling today, man?
I feel excited. I've been looking forward to being on such a wonderful platform like 2Bs in a podcast. So
yeah,
hey, big salute.
Big salute, bro. Big salute.
I wish I could be in better conditions, but I'm just in a kind of a bittersweet state, just seeing.
As he sees us go.
Yeah.
It's kind of our last
Don't look
day.
at these shirts, man. You might get too emotional.
Bro, he might have been tearing up earlier. Who knows?
Yeah.
Close to.
You were tearing up. We saw the tears in your eyes. It's okay. Don't worry. Anyhow.
As heavily promoted, we advertise Eythan as the last guest standing.
Yeah, you're propaganda now, Eythan. You're the last guest.
And in my mind, I don't think we could give it to anybody better. I think you deserve that honor, man. I think with a person of your, reputation and just
street cred at HF,
your street cred and what you've accomplished. Literally, some of the stuff that he listed off, I was like, oh, he did that? Because when I asked him, what's some hints that we could give about Eythan for our guest who post, and he was like, DECA top 10 finalist, and he loves music. And then now he's listing off some things that I've never heard. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Before. Yeah, Eythan and I placed at state 6th place. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I wish it was top 4. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man.
I'm tired of coming in, 2nd and 6th. It's terrible. But, it's okay. Had to move on. Anywho, yeah. But, yeah, this guy's great. But,
yeah.
We should get to the topics. Just get right into it. We're a little crushed on time, but we good.
Yeah,
we can do it.
All right. For our last guest episode, we have our traditional three. Our first topic is toxic and hurtful relationships. Second topic is what does a leader mean to you? And our third is our final farewell to the class of 2026.
Oh boy.
It's kind of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you leading that topic.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
give us like a speech or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a soliloquy. But
Bet.
Eythan, we're actually going to give you the honor of leading us off since you picked all these topics. We just kind of want to know your thoughts on like toxic hurtful relationships. Do you have like an experience? Do you have a friend that's gone through that? Family member? Like what motivated you? What incentivized you to pick this topic specifically?
For me, this topic was just about my experience this year. So, this was a really personal topic for me. Over the course of this year, I've kind of lost a lot of people. You know, I've had fallouts and friendships that have gone that because of issues. You know, and I've kind of like, you know, that one meme where they'll have like freshman year, there'll be like a bunch of people around the main character. Sophomore year, a little less. Junior year, and then by senior year, it's like one person.
You know, it's crazy. That meme doesn't apply to me or him.
Unfortunately, not unfortunately,
Like,
but
because if that meme applied to me or him, I don't think our shirts would probably.
nah, our shirts would be, yeah, for context, our shirts are filled with signatures. Shout out to all of our
Shout
friends.
out to the class of 2026. But that,
Oh my God.
but that meme does play a true part
In
And-
life.
Yeah, in life, really, like high school, college, middle school, elementary. Really, like for me, I think, how could I say this? It all depends on what environment you're in and how you're putting yourself out there. And I understand that people have different career paths in life, which is kind of why that meme makes sense because, you know, people go down their different pathways, you know, people go to different colleges, you know, and Ohio State. OH?
I.O.
Shout out to the DePaul Blue Demons.
The Paulia, the Voyager Part 2 at this point.
The Voyager takes over DePaul. Shout out Samaya. Shout out Grace. Oh my
Veronica.
goodness.
How you gonna forget Veronica? My goodness. She's already there.
Alum, man.
Okay.
Alum.
Y'all are alums too, almost.
Almost.
Until the 31st and them cap and gowns go up in there, I'm not no
Well,
more.
technically, you're not an alum till July 1st.
Technicals can, you know.
Technical.
We're being so technical.
But just to pass it back to Eythan, like how true does that meme, like how true is that meme to you?
Like think about like what you said too. Like in some ways, like again, like this meme has been very true to my life. Specifically, I see that more within my own class. Shout out class of 27. But I've just had like incidents where, you know, it was just like the person's character was shown to me, and there was no reason to, or there was no beneficial logic for me to continue to have, you know, this friendship or whatever relationship that I was in with this person. So really, like, what I've learned is the people that I have right now that have been with me to this point, like, I've chosen to value them more, because for them to like be with me all up to this point, you know, they've seen the ups and downs, and they've seen, you know, the positive and the negative sides of my life in high school. And for them to still choose, right, to choose to still be, you know, someone I can rely on, someone I can laugh with, someone I can eat with, it gives me a lot of respect for them. And that's what I think I need to pay attention to more.
Yeah.
So I'm planning, you know, going into senior year, I'm thinking, okay, work to build these relationships so that nothing, the chances of something happening that would cause a rift, would be reduced.
Right. And just kind of like a follow-up question. Heading into senior year, now that you have this mindset of where you could actually like kind of bridge the gap between a fake friend and a genuine friend, what are some indicators that somebody that you're around is not truly genuine?
For me personally, it's just what I realized is maybe not. It doesn't have to be with just me, but how are you? Let's see. I'll say interacting with other people when it comes to me, because when I'm not at the table, when I'm not in the room, and something I've really noticed a lot too is that a lot of the times things get back to me. I've noticed that, like,
I mean, you have the HF cred, so
I mean, a lot of stuff gets back to you, bro. Like, people have to talk to you. People have to report to you about something, man.
you finna be one of the faces of. You're gonna be one of the faces of
Facts.
as a junior year. I mean,
Facts.
the class of 27. So I mean, that checks out.
It does, but and like when I'm going to eventually find out, right, how you're interacting with other people when it comes to me, and that's like how you move when it comes to who I am as a person is like it's gonna be a big indicator for me, and another big indicator that I usually that I'm trying to move into is just like, are you trying to keep your end of the friendship? Because a lot of times too, like, there'll be long periods, right, where maybe I don't, make the first move, or like I don't send the first text, or I don't approach you first. And
Are you talking about a friendship or relationship?
I'm focused on the friendship part of things.
Got it.
But
The way that lingo sounded.
I mean, that's not crazy to say that, but I picked up friendship.
my fault. You right.
No,
But,
it's not.
You good,
Either
bro.
way, no, you good.
But yeah, just like speak on that, right? Like, if I feel like I'm putting, too much effort where, I'm feeling, I'll say, my like, kind of despised in a way, like, my presence does not mean that much to you. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna respect your decision, and I'm gonna respect my self-worth, and just
Distance.
exactly.
Like Charles and Xavier, two of our
Great
award-winning
callback.
guests. Love from a distance.
Yes.
Shout out to them too.
Also, what, like, because I understand that you said, like, not sending that first text, or also you pointed out being complacency. How long does it usually take? Like, do you have like an estimate of like weeks or months that it will take for you to look at a person or look at a friend and be like, you're not really doing enough, I'm cutting you off? Or is it just like, it's just randomized? Because I understand that we could actually have the wrong idea about a lot of people. Some people could be complacent at first, but they end up being your best friend. So a lot of that stuff could get mixed up. Like, how do you go about judging these things? Like, how long does it take? Like, what's the breaking point?
For me, I personally decide, like, I do this on an individual kind of basis, because I mean, like, first interaction with the person, like, I kind of understand like who this person is, and obviously for someone who is a little more introverted, it's not gonna make sense for you to use the same standards as in someone who's always out and about, who's always like like, for example, like, has time or is on their phone. So for me personally, I don't like to think in terms of like time frames. I kind of like to think on, like, when it comes to this, on vibe, really. Like, I know it seems like it kind of seems futile to use that word, but honestly, like, it's just an individual basis. And I'm like, for example, if someone like Bryce was just supposed to not talk to me.
Which one?
Like,
You gotta use the last names here.
Oh, okay. If Christian was
Right.
supposed to like not call me, not text me for like 3-4 months on, then like I don't have any like awareness of what's going on. I'm gonna start questioning,
Mm-hmm.
But like someone else is like, the occasional text here and there. Like I don't see any like I don't see any like fault in that, So
Because you're like just now kind of like easing out the friendship, just now getting to know them.
exactly, yeah.
Okay. Twin, what are your thoughts?
See, I need to get my thoughts after a promo at 6:30. So we're gonna shift to Barnett, his perspective and my perspective in a few moments. And we're back. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The call-in number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434.
Way.
I know.
You obviously get this honor, Eythan, because you're the last guest. But we're going to give you the chant.
Yeah, look at that. Look. Just look at Barnett.
Just look at my countdown.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
All right,
Twin.
and you're listening to Two Bees in a Pod.
Cast.
Here we are. with the
Indeed.
Poku. Continuing on from our very first topic of toxic friendships and relationships, we're going to get my perspective on it, and then we're going to move on to Christian.
Huss.
Shot, brick. All right.
Oh wow.
So,
No
for me-
self-hate. That went in, Twin.
thank you, Twin.
That was all net.
Self-glaze is the best glaze.
Bam.
That's
So-
my quote.
From the questions that I've asked you, Eythan, obviously, like, those are the same type of questions I would apply to myself, because I actually find myself assuming a lot about the people that I first meet. And I'm going to actually apply this to you, Christian.
Nice.
So I think I might have seen you on like somebody's story or like post.
Man, we met through Shamari Brown.
We did meet through Shamari Brown. Shout out to Shamari Brown. And at first, like when I was talking to him, like, I don't know, like it wasn't nothing really like bad. It just felt like you were like way too like
Too much energy, I
Like,
would say, right?
too much energy, bro. You just didn't seem real. But like once I got accustomed to actually like being once I got accustomed to actually being around Christian, like it was like, oh my gosh, like he's really like the dude is super cool. You know what I mean? Like the dude is super cool. And then when I found out that he was in the Voyager, I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta be friends, bro. Like we gotta be friends.
And I
like,
said no, and I blocked you and everything. I said, what do you mean we got the same name? I don't know this guy.
and like that goes for a lot of my friends. Like, for example, veteran guest Amari Farmer.
Hey, now.
Like when I first met him, he looked mean. Like
That's not crazy to say that.
I got that same
like
vibe
that's
from
not
him.
that's
I'm
not
gonna
crazy,
lie.
bro. Like he looked mean, but like just over time, he ended up becoming one of my best friends, like in the whole wide world, bro. So
The whole white world?
like you gotta understand, like those type of judgments can really stop you from like meeting somebody that could be that could become a friend for life. You know what I'm saying? Like that could become a friend for life. And obviously the reason why I asked like how long does it usually take? Like what's the estimate for you to make a decision on this type of friend? Like do we continue this? Do we end this? Even to transport it or transfer it to relationships, like that's kind of the same question to ask. Like even dating in a talking stage, like a few months, y'all starting to have those type of conversations where it's like, where do we go from here? What if
Little crossroads.
yeah, like what have we been doing that
Or
could
fork in the road, sorry.
shut up?
I'm sorry. I had to correct myself.
What have we been doing like that could propel this into a relationship? And if that stuff is like, if we're doing the right things, like, is it the right decision to make? And those are the type of questions to ask. And for me, like, sometimes I just go with the motions, just see how it play out. But I'm very like nitpicky on who my friends are, especially my close friends. I don't have a lot of close friends, and I would like for it to be that way. So I'm gonna pass it on to Christian. Huss.
Post. I'm going to post. Lil Durk Nowitzki. Ugh. Okay, sorry.
Brick.
Okay. Hater. Shut up. Anywho, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna start with this one. Reserving judgments is a matter of infinite hope.
Oh,
Shout out
my
Mrs. Rachel
gosh.
Kucharski.
So
She lives
actually,
on.
that's not a Kucharski quote. That comes from the Great Gatsby.
Okay,
Shout out Mrs.
so,
Kucharski
yes.
for putting us on with that Great Gatsby quote. She's
Well,
been
putting all of us on, yeah, but I read the book myself. That's what I'm
gosh.
saying. So, like, I'm being for real though. Reserving judgment is a matter of infinite hope. Meaning, like, don't judge a book by its cover, essentially. But it transforms that old timey saying into something that applies more to friendships. If you read the book, you would understand. I'm not going to get into that. It's going to take too long. But the point is that how Bryce was saying, if he had that initial thought of myself or of Amari Farmer, and he kept with that initial thought, that initial reserved judgment, it's very possible that we don't have a podcast right now. We wouldn't have placed second in nationals.
We wouldn't have done
Congrats.
anything.
Thank
for
you.
real.
But
Like,
you're
none of
right.
this
We
would
wouldn't
have
have
existed.
this tight bond that we have.
Beautiful bond, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eythan.
Of course.
But, then I shift to the second quote that I've said on the show before from my father. Show me 5 of your friends and I'll show you your future. Essentially, who you surround yourself with essentially your environment can shape who you are as a person.
Yeah.
If you let it. But it's hard to not kind of conform when they're so close to you. But I say all this to say I pick my friends very, very meticulously. And some may say you have a whole lot of friends, so how does that match up? Because I kind of like, I don't like rank them, but like
I do.
I they are in tiers. Like, it's not like intentional, it's subconscious. Like, y'all are S tier. If we doing like that tier maker thing, S tier, right? Y'all too, obviously. But I was thinking earlier, especially how Poku was talking about how important it is for reciprocated energy in these friendships. I was specifically thinking of my friend Sakari. I've been friends with her for about 3 years, I would say, since my sophomore year, I believe. And, that's my dog. Like, she's high tiered as well, for sure. And she's somebody who, like, one of the first people who came to my mind when he was saying, how much are they texting me first? How much are they approaching me first? Like, a lot of times I look at some of my close friends as well, and I'm like, a lot of times I'm calling them. A lot of times I'm texting them. And I'm the busy one. So I definitely take it into account. Not the fact that they're fake towards me or anything of that nature. Just the fact of, like, how important I am to them. Do we share that same level of importance with each other, essentially? And I think that I don't overthink those things, but I do give those things attention, like those dynamics attention, for sure, because I believe they deserve attention. I believe that it would be foolish of me to overlook something like that, but it doesn't diminish their worth as a person or their worth as a friend towards me. But what it does do, it just makes me aware, not necessarily of their character, but just of our dynamic. Like, I'm always there for my friends. Like, this is something I emphasize endlessly, time and time again. I just know that, are these same people there for me? When I say that, are they just like, thank you? Or are they like, I'm there for you too? Just things like that. That's what I mean by, like, the reciprocated energy. How close am I truly to you? So, yeah, that's my perspective on it.
Right.
But anything else that you guys would like to say until before we move on?
Yeah, I low-key wanted to bounce off of 2 of your points. Low-key, when you were talking about like bouncing off my point, wow, we're just hooping, but
Back and forth.
Yep. But when we were talking about how, like, when it comes to how much engagement are they
reciprocating.
Yeah, they're
Right.
reciprocating. I was thinking like sometimes, like let's say like y'all start a friendship, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of oftentimes, right, what happens is maybe you'll send one thing or the other, and at first like they don't really reciprocate, right?
Right.
So at first sometimes like it gets a little discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had moments where, right, building up like 1 month, usually like a month, 2 month max, but like building up to where like at some point we're back and forth. Like it's
That happened with us.
completely different from like the month ago or 2 months ago.
Right.
And so sometimes like I've been thinking about that, and it's like I do want to like be careful too, because like when Barnett was talking about, or actually no, it was you, it was Christian. Yeah, it was when you were talking about when you're talking about reserving judgment, right?
Right.
I don't want to reserve judgment because what if one of those moments happen? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now you
Always leave that door open.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's just something that I also want to I also pay attention to when it comes to friendships, because again, like as much as I want people to reciprocate,
Yeah.
I also do want to understand that I also have to, put in my share.
Definitely two-way road. Yeah. Well, with that, we have to go to another promo. But usually I run like promos back to back to back, but like we're having really natural breaks at literally perfect times. So
Beautiful.
we'll be back with our next topic. Unless we won't. I don't know. I think we'll be back with our next topic.
Yeah.
Yep.
In a few moments. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Flossmoor. The call-in number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434, and you're listening to Two Bees in the Pod.
Cast. Ooh, that's the first. That's the first. That is a first.
We gotta look up.
That is a first. It's my fault.
Yo, I tapped this dude's shoulder to do the count. He cast. Cast. Did I get it? All right, try it again.
You're listening to Two Bees in a Pod.
Cast.
All right, we are with Eythan Poku, our last guest standing.
Yep.
Moving on to our second topic. What does a leader look like to you? And actually, we have a lot of leadership in this room.
We got 3 leaders in this room. Let's not diminish anybody. We got the editor. We got the opinion. Wow, I can't talk.
Take your time.
My goodness, it's been a long day. I just had the math test of a lifetime. I'm sorry. Anywho.
Yes.
And then before that I had a Spanish test too. I've been testing all day. It's terrible. Anywho, we have co-opinion editor of the Voyager. You have other leadership roles too, don't you?
Podcaster, journalist, writer. I did public speaking for
For the school, mind you, keynote speaker. Okay, yeah. Like the keynote speaker at the Black History Month event.
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. The Black Author Lunch and Learn event with Mr. Evan Roberts. Shout out Evan Roberts.
Yeah, let's not diminish this. Keep going. If you have anything more. Okay.
Club.
Key Club, yes.
Key Club, Student Government, Friends of Rachel.
Okay. Yep. There we go.
It's coming back to him.
What else?
It's there.
Bring Change to Mind.
Yep. Joined after writing the article. Disclaimer.
Be quiet. And that is it.
Okay.
And then, I'll let you run it off. I'm not going to.
Oh, man. Okay. So, my experience is leadership. I'm a former student president for the class of 27 for the 24 to 25 school year. I am currently the assessment chair for HF's DECA chapter. I am also a soon-to-be school events coordinator for NHS next year. And probably like some other stuff that I'm forgetting, but I don't want to, push it. So, yeah.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
DECA president. Voyager sports editor. President's Advisory Committee.
That too.
Student ambassadors. What's after that? NHS. Student government. Mu Alpha Theta. There's more too. There's always more. Of course, this is amazing.
Of course.
Yeah, that too.
There's always something else I'm doing.
Yeah.
Theater tech crew that I just like randomly picked up, just cause like things like that. But anywho, so we have the experience. But passing it off to Poku to start it off. What does a leader look like to you?
So to be honest, like for my underclassmen years, actually, what a leader meant to me was, someone like in the big roles, like president and stuff like that. And I mean, obviously, being coming out from being president of in student government, that idea of being the big shot, I guess, and I guess in a way, now looking back, like the title of it was important. However, junior year, bro, everything is junior year is like a whole canon event for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Indeed.
It's just
I'm already knowing.
But junior year really taught me that leadership is not just the title, and oftentimes the title can get in the way of true leadership. And that's what I've really learned this year. My first experience was my unfortunate loss for my run in the fall for student government, and learning how to still serve, still make an impact without a title was something that was new for me, and that was a path I had to go down. So now, like, having a whole year where, to be honest, besides DECA maybe, I haven't really had a particular title of any kind of leadership added on to me, or that I've actively served in. So it's been kind of like a cruising year for me in terms of that. But it's really taught me that, the real aspects of leadership. It means serving, being there, being able to listen to others. And these aspects, although everyone knows them and is like, oh, yes, I have good interest in serving, it gets forgotten once the title's in your head. And I think, like, I know starting this segment off early, like, but if there's one thing from this segment that I want our listeners to remember is that title, like leadership, does not mean just a title. It really doesn't. And again, just to reiterate, the title sometimes gets in the way of true leadership, So that's just my little, opening for this segment. But, I'd like to hear what our other two leaders in the room, way better leaders than me.
All right, chill.
Amazing.
You had me and then you lost me.
We act like three legends cannot coexist. Okay.
Oh, I caught that.
Indeed.
I caught that.
I'll take it next. Why not? I want to piggyback off of what Eythan was saying. I was literally thinking the exact same thing before you said it. Essentially, a title means nothing if you don't do anything with it. I think that, especially at the high school level, popularity a lot of times can decide titles. They can determine the titles. And why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, back to what I was saying. I wasn't even trying to be funny. Generally popularity a lot of times can determine titles, and I believe that You know, I also came in second in you know the running for student government class president for my personal class, and the thing is, it wasn't really that much of a switch for me. I was already a member, a class representative instead of any board member. But at the end of the day, I always kind of pride myself on finding ways to continue to make an impact despite what the role is. I feel like in some ways you could see people having leadership or like board member status in clubs around the school when they literally have no specific title. I don't think that the title might just be a motivating factor, but besides that, it doesn't really have to give any type of real meaning behind any action. I think that when you are in a communal effort to accomplish a goal, whether if it's through student government just to create a better student body, if it's for NHS to serve and to kind of be a positive role models throughout the school, to me, leadership has never coincided with the title in the slightest. Especially when we see some of the leaders in our world, they have a great title, but they do terrible things.
Yeah.
So the title, like I said, means nothing if you don't do anything with it. And I think that when I, as a very involved member in my school and in my community, a lot of times, yes, I do have titles. Like I have, you know, leadership titles of president and of editor and things of that nature. But without the titles, I still strive to do the best that I can to make the most, not necessarily noticeable, but ultimately positive impact in the community. And one more thing on top of that, the title, I think, adds pressure. I think that when you have a title, now you're thinking, am I acting like this? You know that I think like that too.
Yeah.
Like even specifically for me, for DECA, I became president in May of last year, officially, for, you know, this school year. And immediately I kind of felt like I wasn't doing enough once we started the school year. Ultimately, you know, Eythan and I placed 6th in the state for our independent business plan for DECA.
Woohoo.
But simultaneously, if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have felt as accomplished as a president. I don't know if I would have, because even though even though I know that I still made an impact, I still know that I did quite a lot for the club, and you know, people still see me as, you know, president in that facet. I still think that if it wasn't with that cherry on top, I don't know if I would have viewed the role in the same way. I don't know if I would have viewed my president, like, or my term as president, or as chapter president, I guess I should be saying, because like they're like, you know, the state presidents or wherever. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I really just am glad that I see now in hindsight that a lot of times the magnitude of the impact does not have to equate with the title.
Yeah. And
Fun.
Yeah, come on.
I done said it all, bro. Kind of going back to Eythan's point of leadership does not always have a title, or it does not always mean to have a title. Leadership comes in many forms. It comes in community engagement. It comes in grown person decisions, having to get yourself out of a certain rabbit hole, having to get yourself out of a
Pickle.
having to get yourself out of a certain slump, or even just being there for like family or friends. Like that's leadership. Like leadership isn't always glamorized. It's not always put on this pedestal to where everybody can see it, and it's always flashed, and it's always, you know, the glitz and glamour. I'm the leader. I'm the chief of this, or the president of this. Leadership could look like volunteering at a soup kitchen. Leadership can look like leading a protest or a march. Leadership could look like leading a study session, an AP exam study session with your friends. You're the first one to orchestrate this. That's leadership.
And I would even like to add to that, man, how many times do you see Dr. Norell?
I see her a lot.
Okay. No. But I'm saying how many times you see her doing, like, not that she doesn't do her job when you see her, but I'm saying, like, how many times do you see her making change around the school? Like, how many times do you see her just walking in the hallway, talking to the students, which is making change, but don't get me wrong. But I'm saying, when do you see her making these? Do you see her doing this whole IB career path thing? You don't see that. It's the behind the scenes things too. A lot of times leadership happens behind the scenes. And a lot of times people don't get recognized for that leadership. So, yeah.
Yeah, just to bounce off Barnett, actually, like, leadership, like, something like a lot of people don't see leadership. And again, like, going back to my, like, underclassmen years, the mentality that I had with these titles, you know, leadership means, like, me personally, being the best oldest brother that I can be for my siblings.
Yeah.
Like, you, like a lot of times, shout out to, you know, my dad, and my mom, a lot of times they say charity begins at home.
Indeed.
And, like, if I am not being a leader for the people I most value, like my siblings, how much more would a title really do for me? You know? And that's often the thing that, like, I have to think about, because if I want to lead other people, I have to lead where it's most closest to me, you know? So this definitely this year, I've made sure to up my game on all fronts of leadership, whether title or not.
Yeah.
Because that's what really that's the importance of leadership. And then to also bounce off from Christian, I've realized that a lot of times, right, in high school, when it comes to leadership roles, most people don't have the genuine passion. And that's something I've been debating a lot. And that's what led to me not running or not attempting to run this spring.
Yep.
Because I realized that, you know, with student government, people often ask me, I know, like, especially after they first announced elections were happening for next year's student government, a lot of people, they approached me, they were like, yo, Eythan, why are you not running? Why don't I see your name? And, you know, the short answer I give them is, like, just live. Yeah. And, like, I'm taking the path, you know?
Yeah.
But realistically, one of the aspects was just that, do I have the genuine passion to take on that role, to actually make the impact, you know? Because I don't want to be in that position and not give it my all.
And it's not fair to other people who are running if you're gonna,
exactly.
If you're gonna take the leadership and not do anything with it.
I don't want the mantle when I know that it's not 100% for me, you know? And then I also, like, realized that, like, something like DECA, I'm passionate about DECA.
Yeah, you show up every time.
Oh my gosh. Like,
we don't, not skipping meetings is really important.
That's true.
Especially for a leader.
Especially for a leader.
Showing up is half the battle.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Getting your face out there. You know, making sure people recognize you as, oh, you're always there. And yeah, so, like, for something like DECA, I'm way more passionate. Like it just makes sense for me to, strive for that president role for the DECA chapter here, compared to going for the student government role of president.
Right.
Because I have a genuine interest.
The passion is more in the DECA spot than it is for the student government spot.
Exactly.
Did.
So that was like one of the reasons the long answer of why I personally chose not to run, and as of right now will not be running in the fall.
And just to add before I go to break, or we go to break, one of the things that really made me realize that I did do I'll say an above average job as DECA president. Today, you know Michaela. I saw Michaela.
Wait, which one?
One of the
What's the last
I don't know her last name. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, you talking
Scales?
about
No, not Skills, from DECA. Michaela from DECA.
Lance?
Yeah, Lance.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Michaela though.
Yeah. And she didn't know that I knew her name. And I remember towards the beginning of DECA, I made a concerted effort to learn every single member's name. I wanted to, because that was one thing that I felt was missing last year and the year before, because I've been in for 3 years now. And I was like, a lot of these people didn't know my name, or if they did, they never conversed with me as much. Maybe I didn't converse with her as much. I mean, I felt like I still said hi to her multiple times, but she thought that I was just saying hi to her without knowing her name, because there are definitely people who are like that. I try not to be like that. If I'm saying hi to you, I want to know your name. Or at least I wanted to have known your name, and then I just, oh dang, I forgot. Human fallibility, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, I saw her at the senior barbecue after school today. And I was like, oh, hi, Michaela. You should sign my shirt, because I was getting a lot of signatures. She was like, you know my name? I was like, of course I know your name. You're in DECA, I mean, it's kind of like I felt like it was one of my duties to, connect with every member,
Duty.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, connect with every member and things of that nature. And I'm like, yeah, of course I know your name. She was like, wow, I didn't even realize that. I didn't know that you knew my name. So another part of leadership is not acting like you're higher than thou. You're on the same level as your peers, or at least viewing the members of said club or organization as your peers, and not as, your employees or as just members. No, y'all are on the same level. Y'all are all human. It's just a title that separates you. And with that, we will go to a quick break. And we're back. You're listening to WHFH 88.5 FM Floss More. The call number is 708-798-WHFH, 708-798-9434. And you're listening to Two Bees in a Pod Cast.
And we're with Eythan Poku, our last guest standing.
Indeed.
And our last topic standing, which is final farewell to the class of 2026.
Man, big salute.
It's been a journey, man. We actually got some seniors in the other room. We got some. Y'all want to get them in here?
What are they doing here?
Y'all want to get them in here to say hi?
Sure, man. What are y'all doing?
Gerald Henry Allen, Amari Farmer, and Sakari Bishop, come to the studio.
Yeah, y'all can come in here. I'm confused as how'd they
game plan?
get in here?
I don't know how they got in here, but
Anywho,
you're in the other room over.
Well, as they take their time, their jolly old time to make their way to their station, Eythan, you can start. Obviously it was your topic. You had some thoughts about it. Start talking, man.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna interrupt you.
I know.
So actually wait, because now they're coming. So you have to open the door for them though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as we send a farewell to the class of 2026,
Make sure
don't
y'all
say anything
make sure y'all
crazy.
don't cuss. Make sure y'all don't say nothing crazy.
All
You
three
know what
of
it
y'all.
is, bro.
Yeah, you
Shout out to the
especially,
class of
Amari,
2026,
veteran.
man. We did it, man. It's over.
Yes, Gerald. Wow.
That was Gerald Allen, Sakari Bishop. do you
Gerald
have anything
Henry
you wanna
Allen.
say?
Sakari, I literally shouted you out earlier. Say something.
Thank you for shouting me out.
And then
She's too shy.
This dude, bro. Look at this dude.
Eight-time nominee.
Eight-time nominee, veteran guest. Yeah.
Hey, 8-time nominee, still not winning nothing.
We'll see on Friday, bro. We'll see. We'll see.
Well,
We'll see, bro.
Good job.
But yeah, man. It's great
love
to
you
have
guys.
it's great to have our seniors in the room, man. Love, man. Love.
Love.
We did it, Jason Tatum. We did it. All right, go ahead now, Poku.
Oh man. Hoping I don't tear up by the end of this. But
Oh man,
If you gotta cry, then you can cry.
you gotta
But,
cry. You
you know-
gotta cry.
I'll start off by saying when I came into high school, I hated y'all class.
Way to start it off. Whoa. Way to start it
Yes.
off.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, what did we do to you?
Oh no. Well, not you guys personally, but just the experience I had with class of 26 in middle school. It was
Interesting.
a very interesting experience that led me to such emotions.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, oh man, gosh. But you know, over the years, particularly sophomore and junior year, and you know, end of freshman year, I'll throw that in because that's when I met you. So,
Was it the end?
well, not end,
No,
but
I
we
met
did.
you
We
through
did.
DECA.
Yeah, I know, but we didn't really start being like that till
We
the
weren't
end.
cool till state, right?
Even then, I wouldn't say I want to say we were locked on that level till like
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. I think that we were like homies at state, and then we were like close friends by the end of the school year.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when we all realized. Like that's when I realized that you knew Ahmad too. at the end of the
Oh
school
my
year.
gosh, that was actually
Because
like
that was when I met Ahmad sophomore year, but I got close with him towards the end of sophomore year. So like it was kind of like a divine timing type of thing between the three of us.
It was.
For those who don't know, we kind of have like a family lineage. Ahmad Powell, Hall of Fame guest here
Oh, man.
at the Two B's in the podcast. 5-time award winner?
Yes.
Crazy.
5-time award winner next to Brandon Courts.
Who's also he's
Four-time.
Four-time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna release the tier list soon. Actually,
It's gonna be crazy. Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
nice.
The Pod Awards.
I can't
we
wait.
put some work in tonight.
I cannot
Yes.
wait. I cannot.
I'm stoked. I can't lie. But man. But yeah, for those who don't know, kind of family lineage, Ahmad Powell. I'm kind of the middle child, and then Eythan's the little bro. So,
Yep.
you know, three years of classes. We kind of have a fourth one coming through.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
I saw him today. I got a signature today. I was happy.
Nice.
I was happy I got to see him. But
in the works, you know.
yeah, indeed. Anywho,
But yeah, continuing on, like
100%.
sophomore year. Oh my gosh, like genuinely, I think sophomore year is when I first met Barnett. Right? Am I putting that timeline on or?
Yeah, you definitely met me
say?
your sophomore year.
Okay.
I forgot where
Because that's the only one that would make sense. Because you didn't know him when I knew you at first.
I definitely might have met you during like a
Student government meeting or something?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
definitely during like a student government meeting or something like that. Because you were always in there, bro.
and I was always with him. And then when we would, you know,
He was always in that area.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, sophomore year, just building a lot of these friendships I had with your class, and it was just like, you know, I think it just laid the groundworks, and then, junior year, man, this is when I truly like, because you know, when you're like one grade down, right?
Right.
It's like if you like, you almost get into this feeling like you have them forever, and then.
Yeah.
Junior
I can
year
see that.
happens. Yeah.
And then it changes real quick.
Yeah.
Because I had that feeling with, oh my gosh, I think back to Sebas's class. It was Ahmad, Brandon, and I with Hilton in the back of that class.
Shout
oh
out
my
Hilton.
goodness. Oh, I love those guys. But, man, I definitely thought that I'm glad that, Brandon and Ahmad and I are still, close. I'm still close with the both of them. I still talk to them. Definitely, I talk to Brandon, more than one time a week. Talk to Ahmad's a little more busy when he's in school, so he's more of a weekly, every other week.
Yeah.
But still, that's still my big bro. The fact that even though, because here's what I'll tell you, even though it may feel like, we're about to go, Kucharski was saying this earlier, you still got my number, you still got, Instagram and
She attributed social media to a lot of stuff.
yeah, it's closer. I mean, it's easier to stay close now than ever before. I feel like
That's true.
because I mean, if they really cool with you, like we were saying earlier, they gonna reciprocate the energy.
Exactly. Gonna make it work.
I was just talking to Sky. She was telling me like some people who she was like, I really need to keep these people close to my life, you know. And 2Bs were definitely included in that list, but that's why I'll leave it at. But if you had anything else to say, I'm sorry, I just added. to
No,
what
it's
you were
cool.
saying.
And it's just like, oh man, shout out my AP Calc class. Oh man. Like, well, I'm thinking like, yeah, Hilton.
Oh, that's the AP Calc class. Okay,
Yeah.
Is it BC or AB?
AB.
Okay.
Let's see. Tyler, Courtney.
Smith.
More.
Okay.
Yeah. Wahab. Oh my gosh. Like that class really made me love y'all seniors this year. And like I was talking to Isaac today
Griggs?
at the Griggs at the
Right. I
cookout.
didn't see Griggs today.
Oh.
I had testing all day, and I did not see Griggs today. I'm gonna have to see him tomorrow. We got Bon Voyage. It's okay.
Yeah, but I was talking to him. I met him. I was like, bro, I'm not going to see you tomorrow in class. No. And I was like, that's when I knew it was like, y'all
Set
are,
in.
y'all are truly gone. But yeah, I mean, from going from absolute hate freshman year to literally holding back tears today, like, y'all have taken me through a journey, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And genuinely, I've become a better person because of class of 26. Like, I mean, just even meeting, shout out, you know, both Bryces here. Like, genuinely, both of y'all have inspired me, you know, throughout the school year in ways that, you know, maybe might take to the grave, but
What that mean? What that mean, bro?
what that mean?
What that mean?
You know, a little bit of embarrassment, you know, a little craziness, but
Fairs. Fairs.
but yeah, and like, I mean, I wish y'all the best, you know.
Thank you, man.
I truly think that in terms of my class, you guys will be the last best class that
That
we
comes
will-
through here.
Who
Yeah.
knows, bro? It may be another Ahmad Powell. I'm gonna just keep it a stack.
It's not gonna be for a while,
Not-
probably. You know, I
Not
don't
for
know.
not for a while, but like, there's got to be some outstanding guy or girl or whoever.
That's true. But yeah, like, I mean, cause wow, I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words at this point. It's just, you know, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, shout out all my senior friends. And a little special special shout out to Luke Loudon. Oh my gosh, for he's been a character for me this year, and I really enjoyed all the moments I've had with him. You know, Bryce, Christian
Indeed.
would like to remind me that, you know, I still like him deep down.
You do, and you're never gonna admit it, especially on live radio. But you really see. You don't want to admit it, but
I
we
think
know
this
that
might
you
be
do.
the time to admit it.
Really.
I think so.
Go ahead.
Um,
He's probably not listening right now,
he
but
probably isn't, but you know,
I'll send it to him.
of course. Luke Loudon, you're an amazing person, and I love you as a friend. That's never getting repeated again, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like, just overall, you know, I'm gonna really miss this class. You know, something special, man. Just a really special class.
Twin, you were mean. We're not gonna have enough time for this segment.
Oh, we're not. Oh,
If both of
man.
us go, we're not gonna have time for the segment.
Okay, we're kind of in a pickle. All right,
Okay. what's the
Because-
We have 9 minutes left.
pickle? Okay.
We need 2 minutes for the podtastic recap, meaning that we have 7 minutes left.
Okay.
okay, Eythan, what do you? Okay,
It's your show. I mean, like it's like
Yeah,
it's your guest show. What would you prefer?
Because 5?
5 minutes?
Oh,
Oh, 5 more. Okay, we're good then. Never
Okay,
mind.
okay.
All right, cool.
wait, 5 more what?
5 more minutes, so we can do the segment as well after.
Okay.
We're going to 7:35 tonight, people.
All right.
Sweet.
Thank you, McClendon. All right.
You're
so
welcome.
my turn, I guess. Or do you want to be your turn? I went first for the past couple. You can go first.
Yeah. Man. It's so much stuff I could talk about, but I'm not.
We have the time. We got 13 minutes. Start
Okay.
talking, man.
Okay. The first memory that I actually have of Homewood Flossmoor is not my very first homecoming, even though I say that a lot. It's actually my dad taking me to Homewood Flossmoor
Indeed.
after making the decision to not go back to Argo Community High. This is probably one of my most hardest decisions I've ever made in my life because at the time, I built a very strong foundation in terms of friends, in terms of connections, journalism. That was actually my very first journalism program in high school was at Argo Community High. It was called The Maroon. Shout out to the Maroon newspaper. I hope they are doing well. Shout out to Mr. Michael Rojas, actually. He actually put me on with my my
The
podcast.
audios.
Yeah, the podcast website that I record my podcast on.
What website is that? I'm curious.
Soundtrap.
Oh,
I
right,
actually
yep.
use that for IHSA.
Oh.
I use that for a lot of stuff.
Indeed.
Shout out to Mr. Michael Ross, man. But yeah, like that memory of going to Homewood Flossmoor and seeing like going on the path, it reminded me a lot of a community college. Like just the two different campuses. I was never used to that. I never like even heard of that before. But just kind of walking there and seeing the pond, man, the bio pond, the baseball field, the tennis field, the glamorous football field, just seeing everything that HF had in store for me, I just couldn't vision it yet. And even though it was all so beautiful, like I remember just being so upset and not really taking that advice or I guess that optimism, that radical optimism, shout out LD, that my
Caller.
oh shoot,
That's rare nowadays. Hello. You're on air.
Hello.
Is this Amari?
Oh, this is Bryce's dad. That's one of the.
Oh, I sound like Amari for a second.
hey dad. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
nah, it's not a bar.
Sorry, Dad. You kind of went off internet for a little bit. All right.
Just call us back. Call us back. It's cool.
Yeah. But that radical optimism, it didn't set in at that moment. And it took time for me to actually figure out what
All right, here we
Homewood
go.
Flossmoor was going to give to me.
All right, Mr. Barnett.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So I was just calling to let you guys know I'm really proud of what you guys have done. I've been listening to the radio show since y'all started, and it's a lot of progression, man. I'm really proud of both of y'all, and especially for y'all to win state and to go national like that. That's dope. Hope y'all keep it up. And I got one word for y'all: Restream. Check it out. Restream. It's a streaming service. Y'all can keep y'all podcast going. I would love to hear y'all keep it going, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. We appreciate it.
Hope y'all keep it up. For sure.
All right, that's Bryce's dad. Big shout outs to him.
Shout out.
He kind of like leaked one of the plans, but it's okay. It's okay. We we keep it moving. Did you have anything else, Barnett?
Thank you, Homewood Flossmoor, for everything. And for my last, I guess, quote or phrase to not only my seniors, but to the underclassmen and the next generation of superstars and innovators and amazing Vikings. Never stop believing.
Hashtag
That is it.
NSB.
That is it.
Oh.
Twin, are you?
What?
Oh, you just wiping your eye for a little bit.
Yeah, my eye got a little.
Hold on.
I'm not crying yet. You know, I felt a little emotions when your dad called though. I can't lie. I was getting a little in my feelings. I was like, Dave, man, we really did it, bro. Still got one more show though. Job isn't finished.
Yeah.
Job finished?
Job's not over.
Job's not.
I don't think so. Shout out Kobe. Well, bam, Kobe. Anywho, man, Home of Flossmore's class of 2026.
Love
I
them.
can't say enough about y'all. My goodness. Whether it's this guy or, you know, any senior guest who's come on this year.
Yeah, man.
Freaking Pink Lemonade with Charles X and Hilton, specifically Hilton since second grade.
Love, bro.
Grace Sweet Dobro since preschool. Bro, oh my goodness. Samaya, Alasia, Sakari, Amari, and Gerald in that room over there, freaking hooligans.
Hey, Amari, bro, look at me, bro. What are you doing, bro?
Oh man. No, just this senior class has really just been something so special to me. And especially when I think about somebody like, you know, like literally any person that like has been, whether it's like at my house, came to my birthday party, just anything where it's like you've been in a place with me outside of school, like there's a special place for you in my heart. Even if you haven't, like just the fact that like, you know, we've connected throughout these years, man, it's just been such a great ride as we were on rides at Six Flags. Like, oh my gosh, like, man, these 4 years, I know that I've only been with Twin for what, 2.5, 3, but
We're going to make it more.
yeah, indeed. Just like in this radio show's only been going on for 2. This is only the second year.
Like, that's crazy, bro.
Second year placed as second in nationals. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels, all this kind of feels surreal right now. And I think that's also why I haven't freaking bawled my eyes out yet, because I still have to come back for 2 more days for IB testing. I have to be back here next Wednesday. This is ridiculous. Anywho, like if it's gonna be everybody else's last day of classes, I gotta come back next week. Oh my gosh, that's so terrible to me. But I'm actually grateful for it because I'll be able to say bye to some teachers that I haven't had the chance to yet because, you know, testing all day today.
Yeah.
No, but I just want to shout out like literally every single person who has talked to me as like in my class. And then I also want to shout out the junior class too because because some, like, kept calling to my juniors. I've missed some of them. I'm gonna go to this little choir concert to see some of them because I know that they're in it. I'm gonna slide by towards the end so I can get some signatures on my shirt and say bye to some people. But like shout out of course Eythan Poku, my little bro, Marcus McGee, Noah Allen, Satya, man, all these people. Ellie, dog, I did not know you could sing. I still keep saying that because like she was at DECA with us at State. I knew she was tough at that, but I did not know that she was like freaking Little Mermaid, Ariel, like tough like that. Like she like that. She a dog.
Yeah.
But you know, we're running short on time. We got like 4 minutes left. So yeah, I'm gonna get real sappy next episode. So that's just a preview. But man, it's been such a great ride. It's like, thank you, class of 26. Thank you, Home of Flossmoor. And on to the segment before we have to leave. Twin, or actually no, Poku, you introduced it. It's your segment.
So
The art of showing, not telling, huh?
yeah, just I think you know, coming up with this segment, it was really just thinking about, okay, this fall I'm gonna have to think about at least my whole high school experience into a story, you know. And what really led me to think about this more is just like the fact that I don't think a lot of times we don't really think about the power that stories have. The art of storytelling just has survived thousands of years. Like our ancestors used to it was first oral, you know, and then as the written language came around, it began to become put on paper. But oftentimes, and actually, I'm actually taking IB English. You know, shout out to the IB the IB program here at HF. But one of the focus for one of the texts I'm going to analyze is just how much stories have over a person's identity. And oftentimes, like nowadays, I truly think that art is starting to get lost, you know? And a lot of times, like, people just tell things like, you know, and don't really give depth to a lot of things.
Mm.
So that's just kind of my little, you know, short and spiel about it, because I know we are running short on time, so doing it.
All right. And once again, Eythan, thank you so much for not only being our last guest standing, but for being a great guest.
Big salute.
Thank you.
Yes, with our roster of guests, including our veterans, our new guests from first and second semester, that is a wrap. And that is it.
Like, no more guests, dog. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean no guest gauntlet? What do you mean no Alexander and Narelle in the span of 1 month?
Once again, thank you to every guest who has been on this show and who has made a generational impact. Who has attracted viewers, attracted popularity.
Even though that's not the point, but
But also attracted the great conversational skills to enhance this podcast even further from me and Christian. Thank you once again. For our podtastic recap with Eythan Poku, our last guest standing, we talked about toxic friendships and relationships. We also talked about, hold on.
oh my goodness.
Hold up.
Take your time.
Take your time, Pastor.
My bad. We also talked about what it means to be a leader, or what does a leader look like to you. And then we also gave our farewell to the class of 2026. And to cap it all off, Eythan just debuted his segment specialist award-winning segment, The Art of Showing, Not Telling. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much, WHFH. Thank you so much to the Viking Broadcasting Company. Thank you so much to Viking Television for giving us the opportunity to showcase our voices, to be a community, to be a great duo, and to just speak our minds and verbalize ourselves in this way. We are forever grateful, and we will always be grateful.
Man, there's only one more show.
But we are not done.
Job's not finished.
On Friday,
Literally tomorrow.
let me read it out. Somebody get some music going. Some grand music.
Oh wait, what?
Actually, no, some drum rolls.
Bro, you can't do this to me, bro.
Sorry. Let's do the march of a bro to time. The second annual Pod Awards is here.
Yay. So those awards will be coming out tomorrow. We'll post them on Instagram. Our next episode in 2 weeks, we will have all the award winners ready by that date. So we will have the date that the actual form closes disclosed by this weekend probably.
Yes.
So, sweet. At least by tomorrow, I would hope. But we'll see.
Where champions are crowned, stories are cemented, and legacy is established.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Barnett came up with that, by the way.
Big salute. Ooh. Fire the pen.
All right, guys, it's been a great show. Yeah, we will see you next week. And man, I'm stoked to award some people and cry on the radio. Eythan, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
Being the last guest standing. Great last guest to have. Some great topics today. And we have had a great second season. And it's been 2 weeks in the podcast. We'll be here in a couple weeks.